Good morning, everybody. I am back on the PCT. Actually been back for a while, but as I said in my last video, took a break from recording so I could focus and stay informed and use any batteries I had to try to get cell reception to keep up to date on the fires and the weather situation. And last few days have been great. Haven't seen any smoke for a few days now, and the temperatures have dropped considerably. It's actually kind of chilly right now. It's been good. This section of trail has been amazing. Kind of surprised me for Northern California, because as you could probably tell in the video, I really wasn't feeling it. But yeah, these last few days have been great. Had a great camp last night, slept like a rock. I'm still kind of in the zone right now, so, taking it slow. But, I'm about 45, I think, probably about 45 miles from the town of Dunsmuir, Castella, Mount Shasta. All that stuff's really close. And have about 45 more, maybe 50 miles to go to get to the next town, which is Etna. Where I'll pick up my next resupply. To be able to get there in 2 days. And the trail has been not as much as far as elevation gain and loss. It's been pretty smooth, especially yesterday. And it was great. But let's see, since I last spoke with you, swapped out a lot of gear. One, got my new shoes. Ultra came through and took care of me. So I have Ultra Lone Peak 5s now, which I hadn't worn before. The ones I had earlier were the older model, the 4.5s, which were great, but I'm really liking these shoes. Also swapped out packs. So had a Waymark Thru, which was 42 liters. I swapped it for my Waymark Evolve, which is 35 liters, a much smaller pack. Took me a day or two to learn the best way to get everything in there. But now got it dialed in. Thing is so comfortable and a little bit lighter. Well, a lot lighter, actually. Also got my lighter pad, the Uberlight, that I got back from Thermarest that I had sent in a couple months ago to get repaired. They replaced it, sent a new one, and my wife sent it to me. Those are the major gear swaps. I shed a few things, my camp shoes and some other stuff, just to try it out on this stretch to see if I really need those things. Because what I found was really wasn't using some things all that often. So all in all, I lost about 3.5 pounds of gear weight, and I can certainly tell the difference in that. And glad I made some of those choices. I might bring a few of those things back, but hey, we'll see once I get up to Ashland, which, I'm fast approaching the Oregon border, and we'll probably be there. We'll certainly be there within the next 7 to 10 days. I'm in no rush to get up there because I'm doing good on time as far as the trail goes. So if I see something out here on this stretch that I want to stop and enjoy, I certainly will. But feels good to be approaching that California-Oregon border because, man, I've been in this state for 3 months now, right around 3 months, and ready to get some progress and some new views, but still want to take my time and enjoy what's right in front of me when that opportunity comes up. So I'm starting to wake up now. It's clear that I'm rambling, and I'm going to get to hiking. quick midday update. Just finished a 1,700 foot climb, and I have a little bit down and then an 1,800 foot climb coming up, but all good. About 14 miles in for the day. The majority of the day has been spent in a little bit of tree cover with a nice breeze. Probably in the low 90s, maybe high 80s right now. Feeling good though. The climbs are gradual. Yeah, 14 miles in for the day, and probably do another 14. That'll get me even closer to Etna, so I can either knock out that last bit tomorrow or just kind of have a chill day tomorrow and then go in the morning, which is typically what I like to do. But yeah, it's been a great day so far. A couple things I forgot to mention earlier as far as things I swapped out. Also swapped out my stove for my little titanium BRS stove. That thing is super small, and I'm thinking about sending one of my poles home. Not sure if you noticed in the videos, but wow, for probably the past couple weeks I just haven't been using them. I was carrying them for a long time, and then I've just had them on my pack the whole time taking weight. I need to keep one to set up my tent, and I guess in case I have like a really steep climb, I'll keep one, but I'll probably send the other one home just to get a few ounces lighter and a few steps quicker. But that's all I got for this afternoon, and I'll catch you all in a little bit. Just one more example of these incredible views I was talking about every time I come out of the trees. Man, that felt great. There aren't too many cold streams left out here, and that one was freezing. And even just a couple minutes soaking your feet and ankles in there makes a big difference. Feels great, and get to get a little bit of that dust and grime off that accumulates throughout the day. Feeling a whole lot better, ready to bang out this next 11 or so miles until camp. It is 8:15, and the sun is just about to dip behind a ridge where I'm headed. Got about a quarter mile until I get to camp, and man, it's been an awesome day. 28 miles, great conditions on the trail, great weather, great views, flowers, butterflies. Got to FaceTime my wife at a high spot. Man, what an awesome day. And as soon as I get into camp, I'm gonna eat because I'm starving, and get some rest, get up, and tomorrow head into Etna, where I'm hoping to contact the trail angel and pick me up at the trailhead and bring me down there and get my resupply and do what I need to do. But with that, I'm gonna close the video for today. I'm gonna say goodnight, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It is just before 5 o'clock, and I've been on the move for a little bit, just starting to get light. And yeah, I wanted to get an early start today to beat the heat. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer, and from what I understand, a little bit more exposed on the trail today. But had a great camp last night, beautiful views, and got a good meal, got some rest, and yeah, ready for today. I got about 22 miles to get to the trailhead where I will get a ride into the town of Etna and get my resupply box in the morning, because I don't think I'll make it there before the post office closes. So I'll try to figure out some options on where to stay once I get up there. But I'm gonna get to hiking and enjoy this pre-dawn time. Hopefully see some animals, but I'm gonna need to be quiet to be able to do that. So I'll catch you all in a little bit. Quick mid-morning update. It's a little before 9:30 and a little over 10 miles in for the day, but man, there has been a lot of climbing this morning, and really steep climbing, but all good. Just got over one of the steeper parts for the day, and got a little break for a couple miles, just some kind of cruisy terrain, but still been great. But man, I haven't climbed like this in a while. I think California is going to get everything it can out of me before I get out of here. Got a little over 100 miles left before Oregon. And not sure if you could really see from that last shot that I showed you, but you could see some smoke moving in, a lot of haze in the distance. Not sure from which fire, but pretty much clear of the fire activity unless something really quick pops up here in California, and then I got to shift my focus to what's going on up in Oregon, because they got a lot of activity as well. But yeah, I'll figure that out once I get to Etna. Get a better look at what's going on up there. Still have about 13 miles till I get up to the trailhead. My ride's supposed to show up a little bit later than I think I'll get there, so I may just try to hitch and get in there, or just take kind of a long lunch, or just kind of cruise depending on what the views look like up here. But anyway, just a quick update there, and let me get back to hiking. Ooh-wee. Climbing and climbing. Whew, almost to the top of the steepest, but not the biggest climb for the day. And man, check this out. Views for days. A little hazy, but all good. All right, let me finish this climb. I just hit the point where I only have 99.9 miles left in the state of California. That feels pretty good. Making this burn area a little easier to get through. Also, in a few days, I'll reach the point where I have less than 1,000 miles left to hike on the Pacific Crest Trail. Feels pretty good. Now let me get back to hiking. Good morning, everybody. Just getting back on trail after my stop in Etna. I didn't record the afternoon that I was coming in, because I realized that I was way behind time, so I really had to pick up the pace and do some hard miles to get to my ride on time. Fortunately, I did. Got into town, had a nice rest, some really good food, picked up my resupply box, and stop by a couple of the shops down there. And now I'm back here and back at it. 56.2 miles or something like that to Syad Valley, where I will pick up my next resupply that will take me all the way into Oregon and up to Ashland. And really excited about that. I know California's got more surprises and a whole bunch of climbing for me, but getting really close to Oregon. Had an opportunity to check the weather. There's another heat wave coming, so I got a whole bunch of heat in the next 3 days. So it'll be slow and steady, and fire activity is non-existent, really local here. Still in a bunch of other places it's really bad, but nothing for me to worry about in the immediate future. But I'm gonna get to hiking and enjoying the day. Out of the trees and into the open and exposed. Just finished my first big climb for the day. And I got about 1.5 miles of cruisy trail in front of me. And yeah, I haven't shared a reflection for quite some time now. And lately, I've been thinking a lot about simplicity. Not just on the hike, but in a whole bunch of different ways. Basically life in general. But I want to start this with talking about my late Uncle Dennis. Now, my Uncle Dennis, he was that cool uncle. The one you always wanted to hang out with. He had the greatest laugh, the best smile. He smiled with his eyes, so you knew it was real. Gave great hugs, just fun to be around. And I loved the times that I got to spend with him. He had a cool dog too, a border collie named Zach, that traveled with him everywhere he went. And my Uncle Dennis lived out of his Volkswagen van. And as a kid, I never understood how someone could be so happy with so little. My Uncle Dennis was one of the happiest people that I've ever known. I thought happiness was about toys and lots of them. And then to grow up and get a big house and put a lot of stuff inside that house and drive a nice car. And it wasn't until later in life when I figured out that Dennis was onto something. He taught me valuable life lessons through the example he set in the way he lived a simple and happy life. And even though I was too young to realize it, what he taught me was happiness doesn't need to be complicated, and it doesn't need to be expensive. It's about being with the people you love. It's about spending time with each other. It's about taking care of each other. It's about connection. It's about building memories and sharing experiences. And that stuff certainly doesn't cost that much, if anything at all. Man, I miss him. And I sure wish I could give him one of those great big hugs that he used to give me. Now, how does all that have anything to do with me hiking the Pacific Crest Trail? Well, I am carrying 34 things in the pack that I have on my back right now. Now, no, I didn't count every single Motrin or all 10 tent stakes, but I have 34 major things in this backpack. And it doesn't get more simplistic than that. I get up every morning and I walk. One foot in front of the other. Not complicated at all. And with the exception of the heartache I feel every single day because I miss my family, the happiness I'm feeling and the fulfillment out of this journey is absolutely incredible. This will be one of the most memorable experiences of my life. Heck yeah. Not sure if you noticed that big white thing in the back of my pack earlier in the video, but brought a big old Italian sandwich from town to have for lunch. And enjoying a nice little break in the shade. Starting to get hot. Sweet. That's what I like. Whew. Oh man. It has been an obstacle course since I took that short break for lunch. Between bad trails, because there's like free range cattle out here and they absolutely destroy the trails because they're so heavy, pound them down, turns it into like ankle deep, powdery, dusty, really soft dirt, cow crap all over the trail. Cow crap in the last two water sources that I was hoping to get water from. I got about a half a liter left and 3 miles until the next water source. And all those fallen trees. Those things have been all over today. That was a little extreme example. They all haven't been that bad, but man, those things are a pain in the butt to go over. But other than that, you know, it's been a pretty good day. It's pretty darn hot out here, and I've done 13 miles so far. I'm gonna do at least another 10. That'll get me closer to Syad Valley, and got to make a decision on if I get in there later in the day and stay overnight, which I'm gonna have to stay overnight anyway. I may just buy a resupply at their general store that'll take me to Ashland instead of waiting until 12 o'clock the following day whenever I get there for the post office to open. Because there is a very, very tough climb coming out of Syad Valley, and I don't want to wait until 1 in the afternoon to get started on that. So I might just buy there and then call the post office and have them either bounce my box forward to someplace in Oregon or just have it sent home. Either way, I won't have to pay for it, so because I haven't received it and opened it. But anyway, I'm babbling here. I got some more logs to go over in front of me. Pretty excited about that. And I'm getting out of breath, so I'll catch you guys later.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. Little mid-afternoon update. So just got done swimming in that lake down there. It's called Fisher Lake, and man, I feel great now. Spent about a half an hour down there. There were other folks down there. There was another hiker, so and they're swimming around, so I didn't want to film, but all good. And then yeah, those pack horses went by, which was pretty cool. Every once in a while we see those people were actually doing trail maintenance, and which is definitely appreciated, especially from the things I showed you guys earlier. So I'm thinking about, not sure yet, I'm thinking about doing another 10 miles to get to a really nice camp. That'll put me at 23 for the day, but we will see, because I've been taking my time, enjoying things like, you know, swimming, sitting and having a long lunch. And so if I don't get to that camp spot, it's all good. I'll make it up tomorrow. But anyway, got some more climbing to do, so I'm going to stop this before I start breathing heavy all over. All right, talk to you in a bit. all that smoke and haze is coming back. Man, this has been one heck of a climb. Now, that kind of stuff rolling all over the place, it really beats up your feet and your ankles. And my feet are throbbing right now, but it was still a great day. Yeah, I started a little bit late. Went swimming today for like a half an hour. Took a long lunch. I normally don't do that. And stopped and talked to a couple groups of people and one solo hiker. And yeah, just, you know, kind of lost track of time. Not that I was really keeping track of it, but still, you know, happy with that. I got another, 37 miles to get to Syad Valley. So I'll do the majority of that tomorrow and then just bang out the rest because it's a pretty long descent into Syad. So I'll do that the morning of and hopefully get in there early. Yeah, this is not the greatest camp. I'm about 200 feet off of the PCT down toward Cold Spring, and had to go down 0.8 of a mile round trip to get water, and so I'll be set for the night. And yeah, plan on getting up early in the morning and getting back on the trail. But with that, I will say good night. I'm gonna make my dinner, set up my tent, and try to get away from these mosquitoes that are swarming all around me right now. And I will catch you all in the morning. Good morning, everybody. So it's 7:30. I'm about 4 miles in for the day, and a lot of climbing already. So I'm stopping to take a break / record this video. From this point, I have about 31 miles to get to the town of Syad Valley, which I'll get there tomorrow, but going to do the majority of the miles today. And yeah, about 3,000 feet of climbing today. So it's going to be a lot of up and down all day. Hopefully the trail is a little smoother and not as rocky as yesterday, because that really beat up my feet, but I'm feeling good today thanks to my good friend ibuprofen. No idea where I'm going to today or where I'll stop, but yeah, you'll see when I get there. All right, I'm gonna get to hiking. And the smoke is back. So just heard from another hiker that he had got a message that there might be a small fire 6 miles from the trail in Syad Valley, which I'm a little less than 30 miles away from, but can't even see these ridges and the white color of the smoke, and I can smell it, leads me to believe it is fairly close. But just shot a note to my wife to see if she can find anything, because I don't have any cell reception. And yeah, fortunately there's about 6 other hikers around today, so we're all watching out for each other. But we'll keep on moving. Good evening, everybody. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I'm finally in camp after a 30-mile day. Wow, this was a very, very tough day. The trail conditions, the blowdowns, I stopped counting them at 150. And here's a few of my favorites. As far as maintenance, overgrowth, it was just horrible. lots of poison oak out. I would be absolutely amazed if I don't have that all over me right now. The smoke from the fires kind of went down a little bit. So after that last video, that last clip that's part of this video, I came off the net and got some cell reception. After sending the messages to my wife to see if she could get some information on it, I got cell reception and called the store that's down in Sayad Valley and got the scoop that there was a fire, but it had been contained, so that's good. The bad piece of this is I have lost all confidence in my Garmin InReach Mini. This is the second time it has failed to get messages back and forth when I've needed important information. I'll talk about that a little bit on a later video, but no more confidence left in that thing. But still, it was a great day because I was still hiking on the PCT, and these tough days make those good days even better. And with that, I am gonna eat my food and get some sleep, and I only have about 6 miles of a road walk to get to Sayad Valley tomorrow, so I will catch you all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. I am up and on the move and have a 6-mile road walk to get to Sayad Valley Cafe, where I'm gonna get some breakfast. Hopefully they have breakfast beers, but feeling pretty good. Still a little bit tired from yesterday's long day. Feet are still a little bit sore, but I know they'll get better as I start walking. Haven't seen anything yet as far as that poison oak I was walking through, but we'll see, because that takes a little while. But I'll get the opportunity to shower up and wash my clothes and all that up here at the RV park, which is where I plan to stay tonight, which is right next to the cafe and the general store. So about half this walk, I believe, is on a dirt road, and the other half's on a high traffic highway with no shoulder, so things could get interesting today. Also heard there's a couple dogs along the way that don't care for hikers, so I'll be getting my trekking poles out here in a little bit. And there've been quite a few bear sightings too up here. I'll be walking by a whole bunch of blackberries, I guess, and one guy got charged a little while ago, had his headphones in, and didn't realize until the bear was really close that the bear was coming at him, but fortunately he was able to react appropriately, and the bear ran off. But I'm not looking for any of that kind of action today, to be honest with you. Would like to see a bear though. But anyway, I'm gonna get hiking and talk to y'all when I get to Sayad. Just crossed the spot where I have 999.9 miles left. Less than 1,000 to go on the PCT. What's up, dudes? Yes, we made it. Now Now, I wonder if this sign right here is for hikers or pets. All right, everybody. So it is 4:15 in the morning and I'm about to step out. But just wanted to close out this video. Everything went great in Syad. I'm ready to push on to Ashland to get into Oregon and start the next piece of the Pacific Crest Trail. Thank you all once again for all the support and encouragement. To my family, I love you guys, miss you, and I will see you soon.